Hey everybody, Juan here, and we're going to be taking a look at the new Google Play Music app featuring their all access radio streaming service. I am only just now installing the update. You guys are going to be following me on this tour in real time, which is going to be really exciting, I think. And we're just going to wait for this to update here. That's pretty great. Apparently, this is going to be Google's competition for services like rdio and Spotify and Pandora. I think I'm going to just fast forward through this. Give me just 1 second to get this update rolling. Okay, looks like it's all updated here. And let's go ahead and fire it up. So we're going to open this now. Ooh, nice flashy orange screen. That's bold. Very modern. I like that look. Okay, so I have already set up through the Google Play website my subscription for the radio service. And so now we're just looking at the different layouts for the actual app. And so now the new menu items here on the left-hand side, Listen Now, My Library, Playlists, Radio, and Explore. And if we tap on this little here, this is where we can choose whether or not we want to listen to all of the music, which means radio music and music that we've uploaded to Google Play Music, or just music that we might have on the device. And I don't think I have any songs on the device, so we're going to keep this on all music for now. And tapping the headphones will get rid of that little side menu. And this is the new splash screen that we're greeted with in Google Play Music. Congratulations, we now have millions of songs at our fingertips, and now it makes it easy to figure out what to play next. The more you play, the better Listen Now gets at surfacing good music. And I can just say I got it, or from here we can also search, which is also this little icon right here if we want to search. So I'm going to go ahead and say got it, so we can get rid of that. And then these are recently purchased and added songs through Google Play. I actually haven't purchased a lot of music on Google Play, but I maybe download every single free music sampler and free song of the day that they put up. The most recent one, of course, that I just got was The Flight of the Conchords, which was pretty great. And then from this screen, if we want to, we can click on search. And now anything that we want to search for, we can search for through the same search interface that we're used to on Google Play. But I'm going to come back, and we want to look at the different layouts. So now My Library, let's just take a look at what that looks like. And this is your space to collect music you love, so it's easy to find later. And I think I've got around 13,000 tracks uploaded to Google Play, so that almost my entire MP3 collection is accessible via any web-enabled device with a web browser or an app that I want. And the layout looks pretty clean. I like this sort of floating. Meant to say get rid of that. Got that. And so now if we want to search through genres, I like this. Now in the genres, we see little thumbnails for examples of bands that might work depending on what genre you're searching for. Genre is always kind of tricky because my metadata isn't very clean on my MP3 collection, because some of my MP3s may have come from friends that also didn't do a good job of filling in metadata. I'm sure if you've been growing your MP3 collection since the Napster days, that might be affecting you too. So we can look at different artists. We can check out albums. And again, the tiles on these are only going to be as good as the I have so many albums. There we go. I have so many albums that don't have good cover art attached to them that these little tiles are going to be very generic for a lot of people who ripped their own MP3s early on like I did. And then we can also hit songs, and just for individual songs. And this also gets kind of messy depending on how you've been naming them, because sometimes I put dashes, sometimes I just put spaces, and sometimes I put periods. I was a little all over the place for the MP3s that I ripped off of my own personal CD collection. And now we can come back to the headphones, and let's see. I don't have any playlists, but Google Play automatically creates playlists based off of things like music that you've purchased, or music that you've recently added. So if we hit the last added, this playlist is going to show us things that I've recently thrown on the device and recently purchased through Google Play. And so these are all the free song of the days and free samplers that I've recently gone through in downloading off of the Google Play Store. And we can come back. Now let's go to radio. All right, radio with no limits. Make endless stations based on your favorite songs and artists. See what's coming up next and skip ahead as often as you like. And I'm going to click got it. And so on the website, I already created one of the first bands that I always like to throw on just because I like the music that services like Pandora find in relation to the band is Queen. I'm a big fan of Queen, and usually you get like a good mix of other things like Rolling Stones and some late 60s rock. It's a great station on Pandora. It's one of my favorite stations to go to, especially when I'm walking the dog or going out on a workout. It's a really good eclectic mix of 60s and 70s rock anthems, just really, really good times. And so let's see if we can figure out. I'm unfortunately going to have to turn the volume all the way down so that YouTube's content filters don't filter this because of the copyrighted material that might be playing over the speaker here. So we won't be listening to Queen throughout this demonstration, but we can at least see how the new layout of the radio app looks like. And it's very Pandora in structure. So skip tracks, play, pause, or stop. Thumb up and thumb down, little guys here on the side. So if we want to, help give Google more information on tracks that we liked, we can do that. And then let's see. So skipping to the next track. Oh, that's cool. So like a simple swipe will move you back and forth between songs. So if we swipe now, the next song is going to be The Killers. If I want to listen to that, I can thumb up or thumb down it. It's hard to use that phrase as a verb, to thumb up or to thumb down. I wonder what the past participle of that verb would be. But let's see. Next up would be, I don't know what that is. He-Man, Woman Hate. Oh, from Extreme. Phil Collins, Take a Look at Me Now. Muse. All right. So yeah, Google's really making some plays on what I might want to listen to based on my own music collection and then based on the fact that I started with Queen. Let's see. Okay, and so from the menu here, we can start the radio. We're in the radio right now. We can go to a specific artist or go to a specific album. We can clear out the queue, or if we like what we've been listening to, we can save that queue too, which is pretty cool. And then I want to see. Here we go. So clicking on this little menu item right here, this music note with bars next to it, will give us the option to see what we've already gone through in the mix and then what's coming up in the mix. So right now we're listening to Muse. And so ELO, I like ELO. We'll leave them on there. But Wham, you know what? I'm not the biggest Wham fan. So let's see if I tap on this right there. I can remove from the queue. And Wham goes away, and I'm back into the Millionaire Waltz from Queen. That actually makes me really happy. I love being able to customize that, especially because the path that I walk my dog on doesn't get very good internet reception. It doesn't get very good 3G. So if I'm using Pandora, as long as I start the stream before I go out on the walk, then Pandora works fine. But anytime I need to skip a track, it takes forever for the next song to buffer up. So here, this would give me the opportunity or the ability to get rid of songs that I don't think I'm going to want to listen to on that walk, and it's not even going to bother buffering things that I don't want. And hopefully they take this information into account for when they're coming up with new suggestions. The Pandora station that I have for Queen gets a little lopsided with sort of 60s doo-wop rock, and it's not necessarily what I want to listen to when I fire up the Queen station, but then also trying to manage that by thumbing down things can just be a little cumbersome when I'm also trying to work out or manage my dog. So that's cool. I like this layout. It's very clean. It's funny though that here, if I can find an example, that this cover art, if Google hasn't uploaded a high resolution album cover, This looks really ugly when you have this out and playing. Because this is as clean, like for example, this Queen track. This is as clean as this gets, and they try and make it look all nice by slow motion scanning through the album cover art. But this was obviously just the little thumbnail that they have of the album blown up huge. Okay, so we can also I'm just gonna go ahead and pause that. I mean, it's not playing, but so we don't have it running in the background. And then lastly, the Explore feature. And going through Explore, this doesn't have a lot of information to go off of what I've been listening to, but browse our entire catalog, listen to playlists handcrafted by our team of music geeks. Check out the latest news and check out the latest new releases and top charts. I'm gonna go ahead and say got it. And so now it's trying to recommend music based off of my downloading habits and my listening habits. And this is an area that I hope improves over time, especially considering how little I've listened through Google Play Music on my device already, that hopefully it finds me some good stuff to listen to after I start populating it with tracks that I like. Although, even for hip hop, it's not way off my tastes in hip hop. Yeah, the Fugees, solid gold hits from the Beastie Boys. That's not too far off. I'm more of a Roots fan and a Jill Scott fan when it comes to hip hop, but that's not necessarily a bad place to start. And so if we go through different genres of music, we can start searching for and finding, specific things like, oh, if we want to hit reggae and ska, let's see what they've got here. So if they don't have access to the specials or the English beat, I might not be too happy about that. Oh, looks like we're going to focus on reggae. Thomas Palermo, that's not bad. Of course, you're going to have some Bob Marley. Operation Ivy, I haven't listened to them since I was in high school. So I don't know what their ska collection's going to look like, but their reggae collection looks like it's pretty decent. And then we can also check out new releases, see what's new on Google Play, anything that we might be interested in here. All in all, this service looks so much cleaner. The new Google Play Music app feels like it's so much more integrated into the Android device in general, and then also the Google Play Store. So when we move back and forth, so for some reason, we can I won't be embarrassed to click on Bob Marley. So now we can pull up Bob Marley. We can see what's in my library from Bob Marley and the Wailers and this Three Little Birds remix. I don't know why that's what's specifically showing up, but we can then explore what's in my collection as combined with what's going to be new on Google Play as well. And so this is a phenomenal update for Android's ability to play, stream, catalog, and purchase music. I'm really impressed with this layout. It's very, very pretty, especially on the phone side. Playing with it on my Nexus 7, I'm going to have to play with it on my Nexus 7 just to see if anything's substantially different on the tablet side. But all in all, this is definitely one I would check out, guys. And if you're really into streaming services like Spotify, this could be a nice little alternative, especially with the way that this one app will now integrate your uploaded music alongside music that you can stream and download through the Google Play Store. So I'm really excited to be playing with this. I think this will be really cool, and it looks like Google's timing is perfect on getting a service like this out the door. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to fire my Queen track back up. I'm Juan. This is the new Google Play Music app with all access music radio streaming, and I'll catch you all on the next review.